the mark of the beast, because it says you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have the mark of the beast.
You can't buy or sell without the mark of the beast?
Without the mark, yeah.
Hello friends, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today you hear with Pastor James Devalon. I got a reaction video. I gotta make a video to this because John Rich is talking to Tucker Carlson and they're talking about the mark of the beast. What is that? What does the Bible have to say about that, friends? Listen, this is a very solid and solemn and important subject today. And I'll tell you something, we are closer to the fulfillment of that prophecy more than ever before. Let me tell you, first of all, let me read it to you before we watch this video. It is actually found in Revelation chapter 13, by the way. It's mentioned in different places in the Bible, but the concept in itself is found here in Revelation chapter 13. And he's speaking here, it says he had power to give life to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause, for as many as will not worship, the image of the beast should be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And what's happening then? That no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark of the beast, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now, listen. Friends, this is a serious thing. This is actually a very, very, very serious thing. The mark of the beast is not a joke, actually. It's gonna happen. It's in the making. As a matter of fact, I'll go as far to say the system is already here. But how do you interpret this passage from the Bible? That's something to be discussed, and I want you to watch this video to the end because I'm going to share something with you that I think might help out when it comes to understanding this, so keep on watching. So here's the thing. We're going to listen to John Rich here talking to Tucker Carlson about the mark of the beast idea. When he is done, I'm going to share some things with you, and hopefully I will encourage you to figure out what this thing is in the hope that we don't receive it, right? All right, anyway, let's take a listen.
So why is Revelation so hard for people to grasp, to read, to understand?
So for thousands of years, the prophecies in Revelation and Daniel and other places seemed like such science fiction to people. They just couldn't understand how these things are even possible, including my own dad, who's been preaching since he was about 19. He's in his early 70s now. And he said, yeah, John, just never could understand how some of these things were possible. For instance, the mark of the beast. How is it possible, we would all say, that you could track every human being in the world and know where they are and how they get their money and where they spend their money? I mean, that's just impossible. And here we sit going, oh no, they're tracking us right now. They know exactly where we spend our money and where we get our money, because it says you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have the mark of the beast. You could replace the word beast with system.
Revelation says that.
Oh yeah, without the mark.
You won't be able to buy or sell
unless you bear the mark of the beast. And when you go back and look that up in the Hebrew, it's talking about the global power that's in place at that point, the system that is in place.
What is the beast?
The beast is going to be whatever entity, group of nations it speaks of, that will set into motion. We always talk about globalists and the globalist agenda and all these things. It will be a globalized stranglehold on the human population, that they will know where you spend your money, where you get your money. Reminds me of central bank digital currency, if something like that happens.
So I'm embarrassed. This is being recorded. I probably shouldn't admit this. I've read Revelation, actually.
Sure.
I tried to understand it last year. I didn't realize how did I miss that? It says you can't buy or sell without the mark of the beast?
Without the mark, yes, that's
John, the Apostle John, on some Greek island 2,000 years ago said that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And so prior to technology showing up where it's at now in 2024, these things were impossible. How's that going to happen?
That's a pretty specific call, though.
Very specific. Yeah. So now all the things that need to exist physically are all here now, so that the prophecies that have been laid out could now physically manifest. Now, I don't know if that's going to be today or 100 years from now or 1,000 years from now. I don't know the answer to that, but I do know this is a new era. So when you read Revelation and you read Daniel and you read these other prophecies, it now doesn't sound like science fiction anymore because we see it every single day.
That is absolutely crazy.
Is that a light bulb going off or what?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't quite know how I read the whole thing and didn't catch that.
Well, it's
Because that is one of the central questions. I mean, that's like top 3 question of our current moment is, will we allow technology to take our autonomy away? And, for example, control what we buy or sell. I mean, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, with the advent, we've got AI now in the mix. We've got all these things that, I mean, we already know they track us. We already know they know where we spend our money. We already know all those things.
By the way, this was a great discussion, and I really love the way the discussion. I mean, Tucker Carlson obviously is curious. He wants to know. He's deepening his walk with the Lord ever since, I guess, after Fox News. John Rich, again, great artist. I just did a reaction video to his music, Revelation. The man is on point. Godly man, Christian man. He said a number of things about the mark of the beast. He's talked about the system of the beast, CDBC, and so on. Now, I gotta tell you, there's a connection to the mark of the beast, but it's not exactly, these things are not exactly the mark of the beast. How do I know that? I've done the study already. I've done the research on that. So what I wanted to share with you, for those of you who are interested in understanding what this thing is all about, I already did an entire series on it. There it is right here. I'm going to link it in the description of this video. Make sure you check it out. It's actually on our church YouTube channel, the Kenhurst Church, SDA Church. You will find the entire series on the mark of the beast. There it is right there. There are 9 studies. It's not a one video and done kind of thing. I went through 9 different studies to break it down. And I would encourage you to go through that. I'm not done. I want to add a few more to the list. But if you go through the first 3, you will get to see what the mark of the beast is. So you know. So there's a link in the description below for that. So it's an in-depth study, and you gotta be a student of the word. If you don't like to study God's word, this is not for you. But if you have an open heart and an open mind and you want to get into the stuff, this will be the series that I will recommend to you. It is yours truly who preaches that, and I spend a lot of time with PowerPoints and Bible and history, breaking it down one presentation after another until we get to the thing. Okay. People are talking about this. Okay. You know, Joe Rogan is talking about it. A lot of people are interested in the subject of the mark of the beast. Now, the question is, what exactly is the mark of the beast? That is one mysterious question that until today, a lot of people do not know. And I'm not going to tell you that I'm an expert at this thing, but I did find out what it is from the word of God and also from history. And I can tell you how it's going to be implemented. How do I know that? Well, it's all about the way you study Revelation. Once you actually study it correctly, it shines like a star. Like it just opens up like a flower. So, and that's kind of what we did in our series. And I think that will help a lot of people out who are very curious to understanding what this thing is all about. So I'm going to link it in the description. Make sure you go and check it out. And for those of you who are really want to go even deeper, you want to understand more about the mark of the beast and issue. First of all, we have a series coming up now where we're going to be studying this matter in details. So I'd encourage you to sign up for our Bible study. It's going to be based on Daniel and Revelation. It goes in question and answer Bible study, and we go deep. We're going to meet every Sunday morning. I think it's going to be 9 to 10, something like that. And we're going to just dive right into the heart of the thing. I will not be wasting people's time. We're starting this in the month of August. So we're thinking about this, the 3rd week of August, the 3rd Sunday of August might be the time when we start this. So look out for that. That's in the making and it's coming your way. So that is one thing. The idea of the mark of the beast, and again, I want to say this one thing. The mark of the beast is the opposite of the seal of God. So the people who received the mark of the beast did not receive the seal of God. And oftentimes when we talk about the mark of the beast, we forget. We oftentimes do not emphasize this. And in my study, I actually spend time explaining the difference between the two. What you notice here is that the people who receive the mark of the beast, we are told they're going to hell. That's exactly what the Bible said. They're going to hell. He says the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast or his image and receive his mark in his forehead and his hand, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of God. This is the wrath of God. The Bible calls it the 7 last plagues, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstones in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. They have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image and whosoever receive the mark of his name. So the Bible tells us that the people who receive that are going to hell. Like, I'm not lying to you. But here is the thing. The people who escape the mark of the beast, look at the difference here. For example, they talk about 140 and 4,000. Now, you can argue with me all you want to know about this. I believe it's a symbolic number. But again, that's another discussion. But here's the point. We are told there are some people who follow the Lamb wherever they go. But we are told that these people, they have the Father's name written on their foreheads. So they have the Father's name in their foreheads. Okay, what is the name of God? So that's, again, a whole nother study. And again, in our series, Break It Down. So when you go to Revelation chapter 7, for example, the Bible tells us that there are 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. For what purpose? I saw another angel coming from the east. This angel is coming from the east. He has what in his hands? The seal of the living God. And he says that hurt not the earth, nor the sea, nor the tree. For what purpose? Until we've sealed the servants of our gods in their foreheads. So there is a sealing of God's people, and there is a marking of the devil's children. That's what you find in Revelation. It's a contest between those who are being sealed and those who are being marked. And those who get marked are destroyed. But those who get sealed are saved. And what we are being told is that God is extending time, is holding back the winds of strife, is holding back the calamities, the commotion, the wars in our society, so that God's people might be ready, so that they might receive God's sealing. That's what we are told here. And again, you want to go deep in this study, and again, I'm just kind of like, wetting your saliva here. I'm just giving you a little bit of taste of what we go through in our studies, in our series. And I'm serious, if you really want to go deep, like you want to see Pastor James on a different level, go to our series of the Mark of the Beast, okay? Because that's going to make your heart happy. It answers every single question you might have concerning the matter, okay? So anyway, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Share your thought and perspective with me. I think John Rich and Tucker Carlson were amazing with this discussion. But unfortunately, I don't think he has the correct understanding of the mark. But he does understand the system, the financial system that is going to back the mark of the beast. It does look like it's already in place. From my perspective, CBDC, there are ways of tracking us, and we have no privacy and so on. If we cannot buy and sell, there has to have a system that can actually make it happen. So definitely, we can see that happening. And actually, in my series, I break it all down. We bring the videos and everything as well. So sign up for the Bible study. Check out our merch. Check out our links in the description below so you can watch the series. Share your thought and perspective with me. I want to hear from you. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more if you enjoyed this video. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.